Right, so this is my wagon project. Just separated the bodies and I've just taken them off. You can see, yeah, they're really nice as they are. These are decals ones, but I have decided to get these all the same colour. I want them to look metal looking as opposed to looking plasticky. So I'm going to change them and they're all going to be the same colour. So I'm going to do them, and then I have a load of these. I'm going to do that one. That are all different mismatched things. I'm not really a lover of these kind of things. Some of these I've been inherited through friends of mine that didn't like them on their sets. So I'm going to clean them all up, and we're going to make them probably some sort of brown colour to match in with BR. So I've got a nice break of BR fans, and they should all match in a bit better than what they do now. So that's my plan with that. I've put new wheels on the bottom, so they've all got nice metal wheels, Romford running wheels. They're nice, a little bit bigger, but that's certainly does the job. And I'm now going to clean them up, repaint them. So let's carry on. Right, so just going to spray up these bodies. Going to be, you know, brown if I can do it. To get the bodies off, some just literally unclip from here. This one here's got these little tangs inside, and if you just very gently get a screwdriver underneath, there we go. This one's actually stuck down, which I will show you. If you can just get, literally just get the screwdriver in the middle. And we're going to respray this, so there you go, just come straight out. Once you get one off, just come straight out, no problems. See, so just keep the weight and the chassis together, and they can be all married up. So I'm going to spray these all over. If it doesn't work, I shall do another colour, but I'll make some BR wagons. Off we go. Well, these are the first three that I sprayed up, and they come out really nice, better than I thought they would. Still a bit wet, so I'm doing play with them too much. But when that's sitting on that chassis, that's what I get, and that's exactly what I was trying to achieve. Yeah, look quite cool. I like them. So I'll leave them to dry a bit more, and then we can stick the stickers on and then put them all back together again. Right, so we've sprayed the bodies up, and I'll let them dry for about 2 hours, and we're now going to shove them back together. It's quite simple. That is the chassis. There's no weight in these. We could do with a bit of weight in them already, but maybe I'll add some ballast. Anyway, so these are all dry, and these just quite simply pop in. I might add transfers and stuff later on, but for the time being, I'm just going to leave them as is, and that really is it. And that's how you transform your little hoppers or coal wagons that are from black and browns and all the rest. See, so I'm going to put this up on the layout, and as you can see, I've done the other two as well, so I've now got 3, and I'll zoom out. There you go. So now we've got our 3 little hopper wagons, and they look absolutely amazing. And that is just some Plasticoat light grey that I got from a DIY store, and just sprayed them over as you saw. Quite simple. Just done light coats at a time, let it dry, and just gently build it up instead of hammering it with lots of spray. And then just put the chassis back to the body, and then you end up with your little wagons ready for duty. Now whether I put some stickers on that, I have got some, and they're in a, you can see they're in a gloss or satin look. So if I put the transfers on right now, they would go quite nicely on there before I matte varnish them. But for the time being, I'm going to leave them as is. I quite like the way they look. A real easy fix if you've got a couple of old coaches or trucks or something that need a quick respray, and that's just been done with a spray can. Just separate everything and mask things off, and just take your time doing it, and you get a great result. So some new additions to the layout. Yeah, really happy with them. Well, these are the brown wagons that I sprayed up. Wasn't the best spray because the spray probably was about 20 years old, so I think it sort of congealed a little bit in the can. But anyway, we made a sprayed them up, see what they look like. I need to paint the roofs, so these would then go onto here, and also I'll spray them over with a matte varnish, see what they look like. That one is that one there. I think that's the one. Nope. Right, drilled them out a little bit more, and then that means them lugs will fit on quite nicely and get the bodies off. And then I'll just clean the roofs up, which I'm going to do next, and that'll go on there. And I can glue them in finally. So we'll leave it there for the moment, and I shall then paint the roofs, and then paint the roofs, and then we'll decorate them up and put them on the layout. So just painting the roofs. Like I say, I've been using Humbrol Matte 67. I'll just finish off painting the roof, and then we'll put them, I haven't pushed them down properly, just let them dry a little bit. This is a nice dark grey, so it's Humbrol Matte 87, sorry, number 87. I thought it said 67. Nope, number 87. Stand corrected. Alright, that should do. And I brushed them up and down that way, so it looks like the rain sort of falls off, so it'll give that appearance of a rain effect, because you get that sort of smeariness on a roof. So I'll show you one that it's actually just dried. Put that up there. So this one is now dried, and it's left this lining effect across there, which when I give it a final matte varnish, it'll tie in quite nicely. So let's put this up onto the other layout, and you'll see the other wagons. So there we go, there's the other ones. That's the whole rake of them. They're not the best, but for a load of wagons that were pretty naff looking, we've got a nice sort of rake of them now. Just need to tidy them up, put some stickers on, and weather them up. you saw me spraying them over and doing some work to them. These are decals that I've reworked and I've resprayed in Plasti coat, which is quite a thick spray realistically from a DIY store. I used, it's called grey I think, light grey, but they do look like a creamy colour. But I really do like this colour on a wagon, these hoppers, they look really nice. Ironically, I've seen they've pre-released a set of 3 exactly the same, same shape, a little bit more detailed than this of course, for £69. So I've cashed in really and saved myself 60 odd quid just by repurposing these decal ones, and as you saw they're all different colours, but now they match in really well. Again, the weathering powders I've put on top of, I've used a different method where I've used decal fix to put the transfers on, and I really recommend using that. It is brilliant stuff. But I also dabbed a little bit of the wet decal fix over the seam lines, the shut lines of the wagon, the rivets and stuff, and then painted a bit of the weathering powders on top, and as you can see it's made a good little rust. It's all made it like a water effect, but like an oil paint in a sense. It gives you or like an enamel I should say. It's giving you a nice sort of paint finish, so I'm quite happy with that. And the cotton bud just gently wipes any away without actually smearing it all off, so works really well. Again, I've adopted this same technique that I did on these on the brown wagons, and as you can see these were all the different colours, the greens, the browns, the blues, the white. They were really horrible. Now these were donated to me and some I already had. These are Hornby, Lima, all that kind of thing. And you can see now that these really match in really well, and look the part going around the layout. So yeah, it's interesting how easy it is to do these things. You just really need to just give it a go. And I tried on one and I thought the worst thing that happened, I'm just going to have one carriage or truck that looked naff, but I've now got all them and I'm really stoked the way they've turned out. They look really awesome, so I'm really happy with these. Again, I've used weathering powders, I've used rust colour and black. As you can see, again I've used a decal fix on the transfers. As you can see, look at that, they look as if they're real. I mean, I've just looked at pictures online and that's what they look like. You know, the modern ones have got so much detail, but if you look at the detail on these, it is pretty much the same sort of moulding, because in real life these things you don't see a lot of the detail, because back then they were just covered in muck. So it turned out really well, so I'm really happy with them. The third lot of wagons I did that you didn't actually see me do anything with, but I've been doing these for about a year now, I've been playing with them, was these ones, and I've been putting coal loads in these. I've got 4 on the go there, little hopper wagons, but I've actually got 7 to run around the layout. I've seen them running 7s, so I'm really happy with that. They're now got loads in. They're quite fiddly to get a load of coal in them, but I've now got them in. There's some great videos and tutorials on that, so I sort of harnessed them and tapped into that. So I'm really happy the way these are turned out. Certainly give it a go if you've got some old wagons, and instead of trying to sell them on eBay and paying the postage, which is ironically expensive nowadays, just retart them up. I mean, this has cost me a couple of tins of spray and just an hour sitting and weathering them up, and that's all it is. It don't take long at all. Great fun project, so certainly something to think about, save you a lot of money. Anyway guys, take care of yourself, and happy modelling, and I shall catch you on another video.